Hi, welcome to another video. It is Saturday, the 21st of December. So I thought I would knock out another video, but you know what? It is the shortest day. It's the winter solstice. Now, I've done a video, street photography on the longest day, so I kind of thought I would set myself a new challenge. Because I like challenges. It kind of gets the photography vibe going. Excuse me, just kind of woke up, had a shower. What I'm going to do is take one photograph every hour for the winter solstice. It's currently 7:32 on Saturday, the 21st of December. The sun hasn't actually risen yet. If we take a look out the window, we can see it's still kind of without my reflection. Can we do it without my reflection? Probably not. Still kind of dark out there, which means I've got another 30 minutes before the sun rises. I think that's the case. Let's get the map up. Oh, we've got rain coming. So, sun rises at 7:57. 3 minutes to 8. It should be raining 100%. But look, here's our daylight, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sun sets at 15:50. I do hope that's been in focus. But you get the gist, right? So I've technically got 8 hours to do 8 photographs. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to nip out here in a minute and take my first photograph because I'm at home, right? So I might as well walk up the lane, maybe catch some sun's rays. Doesn't have to be on the hour. I've got between 8 and 9 to take one photograph. And that's all I'm going to do. The challenge is one photograph per hour in the winter solstice, on the winter solstice day. Now I'm confusing myself. You get the gist. I had thought, should I go and drive 4 hours away? You know, how long would it take me to, or rather, how far could I go in 4 hours so that I could stop en route to that location 3 times, take the picture on the 4th, and then head back home, maybe choosing a different route. That would be really fascinating, but it's also driving for 8 hours, and I don't want to do that. So I've got, a day of activities, go and see the family, do some shopping, whatever it may be. I'm going to take the camera. I was going to show it to you. Oh yeah, here it is. I'm going to take the camera. I might even take the Sony Cybershot with me, depending on what photo opportunity I get. And just to take one shot. So, yeah, let the challenge begin. 8:32. I can see the day is going to conspire against me. So, first photo within the 8 to 9 bracket. I've got this scene. I'm on my way out, so I might as well take a shot. I thought, let's do this country lane. So I've got the brolly. It's rather awkward. I've got to set the tripod up first. I'm going to try and do, I don't think it's a pano or anything silly like that, but I will capture the country lane as it's going up through the trees with the fields. Maybe it will be a case of some super duper post-processing. People looking at me as they're driving by. What's that guy up to? As you can see, it's kind of a nice scene. I don't know if I should lose that. Yeah, that's probably it. I'll give the lens a quick wipe before I take the picture. And I suppose it's going to be all about post-processing for this image. So let's have a look. Let's push the aperture to f11. Just get everything in focus. It wants 100th of a second. Yeah, oblique. That's what winter's going to do for us now, isn't it? We're going to have all this dreadful weather. Clean the lens, get that water drop off, because there was a water drop. I'll try not to make this video super long. There we go. Tighten up. a country lane with a country lane road. Do I take a shot with someone car going up the lane? That might make it a little more interesting. That was the shot for 8 to 9. Let's see what else the day brings. Oh, it's raining. It said 100%, didn't it? Well, 9 o'clock. I'm trying to show you that. I can see this is going to be a strange challenge because although I'm thinking 1 hour is sufficient to get to a location, take a photograph, it doesn't actually leave me a lot of free time in that window. So where I took that last picture, 8:32, I'm thinking to myself, right, you've got to now do a shot between 9 and 10, but there's other things that you want to do during the course of the day. But you've only limited yourself to 45 minutes because A, you've got to get to a location, and B, you've got to do the other thing that you want to do before the time comes along, if you know what I mean. So I'm wasting time talking to you here. So I'm down at the harbour. I thought, let's see if there's anything. And there's actually a lot of things I can take a picture of. I like the bridge or the railway viaduct with the gaps underneath. That could be a good shot. I like the patterns in the sand. I also like this shot here, where you've got the lighthouse and you've got the two entrances to the piers. And I think that's what's going to be my shot. That's going to be my shot. So we'll go handheld. I think that'll be fine. It's just a case of getting the shot through the boat. Let's go behind me here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm thinking, can I get it without... It's difficult because this boat here, they've got the radio mast in the way. It is what it is. We are on F11 at 100th of a second. I'm zooming out a bit. That's how high can I go? It's all about perspective as well, because I want to get a touch of the water coming over the middle pier. 3 piers. I'll cheat and do a bit of a pano. 1 shot. 2 shot. That gives me enough perspective. That's better. It brings a bit of light out. So yeah, taking a photograph every hour. I must remember not to rush the actual taking of the photograph. Get the composition right, get the lighting right, you know, get the speed and the shutter right. Anyway, that was the ninth hour. I want to say 9th hour. It only feels like the 2nd hour. But yeah, have a look at that and I'll see you in the next segment. Stay focused, stay focused. Lemons and lemonade, right? Right, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? 10:38. We're still in the 10 a.m. hour. So, time for another shot. I find myself in Littlestone, and it's bleak, as you can see. But I've got some texture in the clouds, and I've got this old boat, so I'm going to try and make the most of that. If I can take a shot without dropping the camera. Dear me. This little lens cloth is going to get some use today. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking it's leaving a film. However, I was thinking initially just the boat, like that. And then I thought, well, let's get the winch as well. And I'm down low, so I can get some foreground in. If I come in at 18, where am I now? Probably about 20 mil, something like that. Put the boat on the middle horizon. So that's what I'm going to do. Middle horizon, middle third. That's what I'm thinking. We are on 6.3 at 30th of a second. Get my finger out of the way. I was taking a shot of the... What I have to do is make it lighter. So I'm going to bump the ISO up. 400. Hello. That's better. That was the shot for the 10 o'clock hour. The furthest afield I'm going to go. I was trying to get up. Gotta have fun with the photography, haven't you? Okay, the furthest afield I'm going is Tenterden. There's a windmill I want to take a picture of, so I'm going to head there for the 11 o'clock hour, then maybe into Tenterden for the 12 o'clock hour. We'll see how things go. Here's a picture of the boat. I'll tell you what, they weren't wrong about the 100% chance of rain. I find myself just on the outskirts of Appledore. We've got this bridge going over the river, so I thought I'd take a shot of this. This is a nice scene, albeit grey and overcast, but what are you going to do, right? Yeah, welcome to winter. Welcome to the winter solstice. I can only do this shoot on this day, and you know, you get what you're given. So I'm going to take the shot. I've got the tripod up. F10, 1/40th of a second. 2 second time. Oh, time. Just for the record, we're at 11:22, so it's the 11th hour. It's the 11 a.m. hour. Make sure I'm in focus. A river shot, I think, with a pillbox. Yeah, rather pleasant. Nice colours. Right, I'm now going to Tenterden. It's midday. We're in the 12th hour. Maybe not the 12th hour, but you know what I mean. Busy little road this. I've wanted to photograph this windmill for so long. And now I choose this day to do it. So I'm thinking, can I use the road as an aspect? Or do I come over here where there's a gate? It's a lovely gate. And take it kind of at an angle like this. That might work, don't you think? It gives me a bit of foreground element. The rain is behind me. There's a lot of traffic. I suppose it's the main road into Tenterden, you see, coming from wherever that way goes. Well, in fact, Rolvenden is that way. So yeah, we'll set up. I don't know, you know. I might go over here. I was actually too close to the... Yeah, that's better. I'm not making the windmill the main interest in this one, because where I am, I can actually incorporate the windmill. See, that's a lovely shot. We've got the windmill, a road. You can make it on the right-hand third. I can come out and take it that way. Bit of the road. That's a nice shot, isn't it? So I think that's what I'll go for. It gets the foreground interest. That's it, lock that focus in. just set up the composition now with the gate. Yeah, let's do that. I'm almost tempted to pano it. F10 at a 30th of a second. Shot 1. That's shot 2. Just wait for those cars to disappear. That's the beauty of photography. You don't have to do a pano in the same vein or the same shot, do you? Right, cars coming over the hill. Can you see me over there? I might zoom in. Right. Got it, just before that car came in. Lovely. Okay, that was the 12 o'clock shot. And now it's just a case of, do I go into Tenterden and hang around for an hour till it's 1 o'clock, because I want to do a 1 o'clock shot, and I was thinking Tenterden itself. It's beginning, well, it's already gloomy, it's been gloomy all day, but I'm wondering if it's already starting to get dark, so let me have a think. It might not be Tenterden in the end. Can I hang around for an hour? Refocus. What an interesting challenge. I hope you're bearing with me on this one. As I say at the end of each video, here's that shot. Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid tonight. That's enough of that. Some winter solstice, we should perhaps have some pagan music. I was thinking maybe, was it Steely Span who did Gaudete? This one. Gaudete, Gaudete, Christus natus. Anyway, I think as the day is drawing to a close, technically 7 hours and 40 minutes of daylight, that's what we've had. We are now, whoops. It's now 3:20, so I'm in the 1 o'clock hour. And I think the last two, because it'll be the 2 o'clock hour and the 3 o'clock hour, because by the time it gets sunset, it's 3:50 something or other. I thought I would do this shot. This is Summerhouse Hill, just outside Folkestone. I like the trees, and it's a question of, do I just choose the trees, or do I choose the hill and the trees with the gate? It's a strange hill because it's just a mound, but I could zoom in on the trees because they look quite atmospheric. Maybe have an edge of the hill coming down, and it's a very wintry shot, isn't it? I'm torn between that and taking the whole hill, but actually with this concrete entrance thing in the beginning, in the foreground, just doesn't cut it for me. So I think the best shot is going to be zooming in on the tree, having a little bit of the gate in the foreground, and have the hill coming in from the left-hand side. It's been a strange day, you know. Had it been a gloriously sunny day, not my car, by the way, behind me. Had it been a gloriously sunny day, one would still argue, why are you taking photographs in the middle of the day? But as it is, which is fine, because I don't mind doing that. A lot of photographers don't like it. But I don't mind it at all. But because we've had I'm going to do a 2-shot pano so that I can get the bush on the right. Because we've had the bleak day, it's the winter solstice. What are you going to do? It's winter, right? It is officially winter. Right, let me clean the lens. Got my little lens cleaner going on. Couple of shots. And because I want to take the last 2 shots with light, then it will be down into Folkestone, I think. Maybe down the old high street, and maybe down at the Harbour Arm, just see what the lighting is like there. Two shots. I think that's going to be a nice shot, to be quite honest. Misty autumn, not autumn, winter. Misty winter trees. Fabulous. Right, let's go and do the 2 o'clock and the 3 o'clock picture. I'm torn. I'm in Folkestone, so it's actually 14:48. I've got 10 minutes to get my 2 till 3 o'clock shot, and I'm thinking, do I do Folkestone Old High Street here and maybe get something kind of Christmassy? I like the fact that there's water on the pavements. It's a lot of people though. Or do I go down to the Harbour Arm and have a look at the decorations there? I just saw Georgia in the shop she works in, the bakery. Got myself a pecan pie. No, what was it? Pistachio slice. And she said, oh, it's free parking down at the Harbour Arm today. So I might take a shot down here, actually. It's kind of dusky, isn't it? We've got 1 more hour before the sun sets. We could call it the golden hour. So from 3 till 4 o'clock is the golden hour, because the sun goes down at 10 to 4. And I could, take a shot here and then go down to the Harbour Arm and see if I can get something Christmassy to finish the video off. What I'm going to do is put the GoPro on the DSLR and you can get the POV from there. It's not very Christmassy because it's not dark, but maybe if I zoomed in, see the Christmas lights just across the top there. Let's see. A rooftop Christmas lights shot, I think, is the answer. Aperture priority. F10 at a 30th of a second. That'll give me something, won't it? I'm actually trying to hold my DJI as well as my DSLR and try and take as many shots in one hit. Oh, there, that's it. Let's pull it back a bit. Christmas lights. What a crap shot. That's the thing, maybe get some reflections in the windows, work off the reflections. See the reflections there. A reflection shot going down the high street. Could that work? No, it doesn't work. For what it is, I'm just going to take a shot, I think, and then we'll go down to the Harbour Arm. So this is my 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock shot. Okay, I'm making an executive decision. I wasn't too happy with those street lights for the old high street, so I chose this picture instead. You could be forgiven for thinking it's snowing. Well, I'm in the last hour, 15:14. The sun technically sets, if you could say that. Look at the sky. It's just cloudy. And there's some kind of snow blizzard going on behind me here. A false snow blizzard. Sun technically sets at 15:51, I think. So I'm at the Harbour Arm, where I kind of started this morning, funnily enough. What a strange challenge. I said it to myself yesterday. I was sat at the computer and I thought, you know what, shortest day. And actually, when I did my street photography on the longest day, it was down here at the Harbour Arm. So kind of nice that I'm winding it up here. Now, I don't want to walk through here. There's a live band playing and they're doing Blondie's greatest hits. And they're really good, but I'll get copyright infringement. But I've spied 1 or 2 things that I might take a picture of. So as it gets dark, I'm in the last hour, and that was the challenge, 1 photo for each hour. Gosh, I don't even know how long the video's been, but I said to myself at the beginning that I didn't fancy driving the distance of 4 hours, and then it would be 8 hours of driving. And guess what? I've been out this whole time. I didn't go home. I might have stopped for lunch somewhere, but yeah, not a bad challenge. So while the carousel takes its spin, I might just wait for the sun to set and get dark. Having said that, if I can get a close-up of the reindeers that are all lit up, still got the GoPro attached to the DSLR. Now, I thought, what better way to wind this up than a close-up, shallow depth of field shot of the lit-up reindeers. And I might be able to close down the aperture a bit. Let's go and have a look. Because the theme has been photography on the shortest day, winter solstice. Hasn't particularly been, let's take Christmas shots. Which one should we take a picture of? With the band playing. Dancer. That's Dancer. It might be better to take one like far away and then zoom into it. That would work, wouldn't it? Well, actually, if we go down here, I might be able to get the last shot being the last reindeer with the two arches. That'll make it Christmassy, won't it? Situate the reindeer right in the middle with the blurred depth of field. Have to take the shot with nobody in it. So I'm in aperture mode. I'm going to work at f5, and whatever the speed is, I think I've got exposure compensation on there. f5 gives me a 40th of a second. The idea is, and I will give you live view, what I'm thinking is if I can situate myself so that I can get the reindeer smack in the middle like that and blur out the background. It's too bright. That's because I've got it f5. You can't actually win. I've got f5 for a shallow depth of field, but it's letting too much light in. I'm going to push the exposure compensation down to 0. I'm going to set the ISO to 100 so that it doesn't bump up. And then, yeah, let's see what I can do. It's all trial and error, isn't it? I just want to make sure I get my last shot for the year or for the challenge. Typical. Had a car coming by. Let's think about the composition. Let's not worry about cars. Clear off cars. You're ruining my shot. That's quite nice. I like that. That will do. That's the challenge for the day. This video will go out after Christmas. I'm not even going to wish you a happy Christmas, but happy winter solstice, because that's what we are today. Onwards and upwards. Thank you so much for getting this far, if you've watched it this far. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Photographer of things, that's me. That is having fun with my camera, which is what I always enjoy doing. Good stuff. Bye for now.